Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
We start tonight with breaking news. Classes are canceled for tomorrow at a Grand Forks school after officials say someone made a credible threat against the school. Thank you for joining us tonight. Here's what we know so far. Officials say a threat to property or people connected to Holy Family St. Mary's was made today. The Grand Forks Police Department says this is an open investigation, and right now they're not releasing any specifics. School officials say tomorrow's closure is a precautionary measure. Classes will resume on Monday. The Grand Forks Police Department is asking anyone with information on the identity of the person making the threats to contact them. Be sure to stick with Valley News Live on this developing story. With a lot of us getting showers this afternoon, we're wondering if it will stick around for this evening. Let's send it right over to meteorologist Robert Hahn for a look outside. Robert?
Yeah, some of us will see some rain, maybe hear a few rumbles of thunder as we head through this evening. Some of us, like here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, will mostly stay dry. Temperature-wise, a mix of some 60s and 70s across the region. It's at 71 now here in the Fargo-Moorhead area, with the sun trying to peek out from time to time. 73 in Gwinner, 63 in Devils Lake, also 63 in Thief River Falls. Winds out of the south and southeast today, anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour, and that's what we'll continue to see as we head through the next several hours. A lot of cloud cover, but you see some breaks in the clouds and even some clearer skies off towards the west. And underneath those clouds, we do have some showers out there, and we may see a few more showers develop as we head through this evening and into tonight. And again, maybe a few rumbles of thunder. But here in Fargo, I think as we head through the rest of the evening, we stay mostly dry, maybe an isolated sprinkle or shower. Temperature slowly cooling on off into the mid-60s as we head through the 9 o'clock hour. More rain possible tomorrow, but the weekend is looking good and warmer. How warm do we get? We'll let you know in just a couple minutes.
Thanks, Robert. The logging industry is booming around Bagley, Minnesota after July storms downed thousands of trees in that area. It also caused several hundred thousands of dollars to damage to infrastructure. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson shows us the cleanup and government efforts to pay the bill for Mother Nature's mess.
Logging crews are hard at work cleaning up thousands upon thousands of trees that were knocked down by July storms in this area.
They pay by the cords to come clear it out. Yeah. And then what happens with the lumber? It goes to the local board plant over by Bemidji.
Kelm says 2 truckloads of raw lumber will be turned into about 1 truckload of chipboard. But the cost of clearing out all these trees is not cheap. Local emergency managers' preliminary estimates include over $500,000 of damage to public property here in Clearwater County and Beltrami County next door. Today, members of Homeland Security Emergency Management were adding up official numbers from county and township officials.
Money that was spent clearing trees off of roads, down power lines, that sort of thing?
Yeah, for the most part, it's going to be removing debris from roads, putting roads back together. Some of the groups I've been talking with had flooded roads, culverts washed out, so there are some different areas that have been damaged as well.
And while cities, counties, and townships can look forward to some federal money for cleanup, private landowners are out of luck unless it's covered by their personal insurance. Meanwhile, logging companies will have a very busy fall.
Yeah, until Christmas anyway, and then usually the ground freezes and they'll go to standing wood if that blowdown gets frozen too much. So.
From Bagley, Minnesota, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
The Office of Homeland Security Emergency Management is touring 10 counties across Minnesota that received heavy thunderstorm damage this summer. Their full damage assessment is expected later this month. This was the scene today at the DMV off 45th Street in Fargo. It happened around 1 o'clock this afternoon. Police say the driver's flip-flop was stuck in the foot pedal. The car and building both have minor damage. 26-year-old Cole Jerome of Grand Forks is in jail after police say he crashed into a city dumpster early this morning. He was arrested for DUI. His passenger, 31-year-old Peter Basting, also of Grand Forks, was taken to the hospital. Police are asking anyone who witnessed that crash to call them at 787-8000. The protest and legal battle over an oil pipeline being constructed near the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation is drawing varying reactions from the candidates running for North Dakota's seat in the House of Representatives. There's been confusion and chaos after a federal judge rejected the tribe's efforts to stop construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline. Valley News team Samantha Jo Roth sat down with candidates to discuss this hot button issue.
The battle over the Dakota Access Pipeline is intensifying 7 weeks until Election Day.
This huge, historic battle is happening right in our backyard in North Dakota.
Chase Iron Eyes is running for the state's at-large seat in Congress. He'd like to see the Corps of Engineers conduct a full environmental impact statement of the pipeline project before moving forward.
It serves a legitimate purpose of quantifying and putting into paper the impact that a pipeline burst would have on the drinking water.
The lawyer and American Indian activist says the pipeline's owner, Energy Transfer Partners, should consider other options.
Either rerouting the pipeline, not crossing the Missouri River at all, building a bridge, keeping the pipeline above ground.
The majority of the pipeline runs under private land. The only missing piece of this puzzle is an easement that's required to install the segment through Lake Oahe. That's currently under consideration by the Army Corps of Engineers.
The company wouldn't have built as much of the pipeline as they have if they thought there was any chance whatsoever that they wouldn't get a permit. What type of transportation infrastructure is safe if the administration can decide to change the rules after the game?
Incumbent Congressman Kevin Kramer says a full environmental impact study could take up to a year, and he's hoping for a quick resolution.
I suppose the Department of the Army, the Department of the Interior, and the Department of Justice could do a very fast review of the process to make sure that the Corps of Engineers did everything properly.
Both candidates say they want all parties to come together to discuss a peaceful solution. In Washington, Samantha Jo Roth, Valley News Live.
A series of videos have surfaced on YouTube in the last week, posted by the international activist and hacker group Anonymous. They were threatening harm against those involved with the Dakota Access Pipeline. The video threatens everyone from President Obama to North Dakota Governor Jack Dalrymple.
On any of the Native Americans peacefully protesting the pipeline's construction. We will also release darks on you on the individual basis. Do not test Anonymous.
The threat target also includes executives associated with the pipeline construction company. People in Valley City are picking a new mayor during a special election tonight. Candidates Scott Sandvik and Dave Carlsrud and Janice Clark Klein are running to fill out the remaining 2-year term of former Mayor Bob Werkhoven. Any Valley City resident can vote in the special election until 7 o'clock tonight inside the Valley City Commission chambers. Hillary Clinton is back on the campaign trail after taking a few days off to recover from the pneumonia. Clinton boarded her plane in White Plains, New York today, and her first stop was a campaign rally in Greensboro, North Dakota. She briefly spoke to reporters, welcoming them on board and saying that she feels great. Meanwhile, Donald Trump's lead over Hillary Clinton in the Los Angeles Times national tracking poll says Trump gained to nearly 6 percentage points over Clinton. That's his largest advantage since his post-convention bounce back in July. A new and very special home is soon to be built in Moorhead. It will be one marking the 25th anniversary of Habitat for Humanity. And today, a Fargo company also celebrating its 25th anniversary is helping make this new home a reality. Spectrum AeroMed is getting the ball rolling with a check for $25,000. Habitat officials say that will pay for the lumber, plumbing, roofing, and drywall for this house. And when it's all done, it will become a home for a single mom and her 2 kids.
That was a special treat because we didn't realize we were going to meet the homeowner, so it's great to put together that connection. And later on this fall, we have employees that will be coming out and assisting with the build as well. So we're really looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to seeing the finished product.
Construction on this new home begins a week from Saturday. Spectrum AeroMed, by the way, designs and outfits air ambulances with emergency medical equipment. A 2-day unique shopping experience is coming to the Fargo-Moorhead area. It's the Fall Junk Market. Today, vendors are setting up their booths. Well, there will also be 75 filling up in Shields Arena. The Junk Market kicks off tomorrow at 10 a.m. and Saturday at 9 a.m. Shoppers can expect vintage, repurposed antique and custom-built furniture, and of course, some craft items. Organizers say the Junk Market is kid-friendly.
I think we're always looking for places to take our kids, and we embrace the kids coming out. Kids are always free with us, so bring out the kids. There's bingo, there's a coloring contest, there's face painting, so bring them with. We love having them around.
The Junk Market is also a place to get ideas for your own DIY projects and or items you'd like to repurpose. There's a new restaurant in town today, and we're asking, what is it? It's Brutus Brick House, and it's located off 32nd Avenue East in West Fargo. That's in the Oak Ridge Retail Development just west of Veterans Boulevard. It's open from 10 in the morning until 2 in the morning every day. It might be time to head out for a taco. Taco Bell has teamed up with Sony to give away one of the hottest tech items this holiday season. We've got those details still ahead tonight.
And we've got some active weather all across the northern plains. How long does it stick around? We'll let you know coming up right after this.